Once upon a time, there was a king who had 3 daughters. Every night, all 12 pairs of their shoes were worn out. The king was puzzled and couldn't understand how the shoes were getting torn without the princesses ever leaving their room. Determined to uncover the mystery, he made an announcement across the kingdom. Anyone who could solve it would receive a grand reward. The news reached a shepherd. He left his sheep and goats behind and went straight to the palace, saying, "I know how to find out where the princesses go every night." The king was pleased and immediately allowed him to guard the princess's room that night. When the shepherd arrived, he placed his things in a corner, lay down on the floor, and pretended to fall into a deep sleep. Soon, an old witch flew in through the window. She took out a sticky substance from her pocket and handed it to the princesses. They quickly rubbed it all over their bodies, sat on their broomsticks, and flew away behind the witch. The shepherd, who was watching everything silently, took a bit of that same substance and applied it to his tools. Then, just like them, he flew after the princesses. After a while, they crossed the kingdom and reached a forest made of gold. There was a well there with 3 golden cups placed beside it. The princesses drank the water from the well and rested for a while. The shepherd quietly followed them, stole the 3 golden cups, and broke off a golden twig as proof. The sound woke up the youngest princess, who became frightened, but her older sisters laughed at her fear, teasing her until she calmed down. Then the 3 flew off again, this time to a forest made of silver. They drank from silver cups and soon fell asleep. The shepherd took those 2 and broke a silver twig. Once again, the youngest princess woke up scared, but her sisters mocked her and told her she was just being silly. Next, they reached a forest made of diamonds. Everything sparkled. The princesses drank from diamond cups and dozed off. The shepherd stole the cups and snapped a diamond twig, but this time the sound was much closer. The youngest princess was terrified, convinced someone was following them. Her sisters only laughed again. The shepherd took those 2 and broke a silver twig. Once again, the youngest princess woke up scared, but her sisters mocked her and told her she was just being silly. Next, they reached a forest made of diamonds. Everything sparkled. The princesses drank from diamond cups and dozed off. The shepherd stole the cups and snapped a diamond twig, but this time the sound was much closer. The youngest princess was terrified, convinced someone was following them. Her sisters only laughed again. After some time, the princesses' shoes were torn and they collapsed onto the table, completely exhausted. One dropped her diamond spoon, another her diamond bowl. The shepherd quietly collected everything and flew back to the palace before them, lying down again to pretend he'd been asleep all along. When the princesses returned, they found the shepherd still sleeping soundly. The elder sisters laughed at the youngest for being scared for no reason. The next morning, the shepherd went to the king and told him everything, every single detail. He even presented all the proof: the golden, silver, and diamond cups, the broken twigs, and the diamond spoon and bowl. The king was stunned. He had never imagined that his daughters went out every night to dance with demons. Enraged, he imprisoned the 2 elder princesses and rewarded the youngest one to the shepherd as his bride. After that, the shepherd called for the magical potion again and celebrated his strange, miraculous victory with great joy.